You say this is the third time a woman has claimed you are her child's father. The first 2 times, DNA testing proved you were not the father. And you now doubt your girlfriend, Miss Stembridge's 6-month-old daughter is yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
You state she is engaged in sexual affairs outside of the relationship, including with your former friend and roommate.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Stembridge, you argue that you've always been upfront and honest with Mr. Buchanan.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say his roommate made up the whole story of you sleeping with him, and furthermore, you claim Mr. Buchanan has a history of women lying to him, so now he trusts nobody, especially you.
Yes, Your Honor.
First, the best friend tells you he slept with your girl. Then you go home, and you see that they've been partying together again.
He couldn't get laid off a beer, so he gonna try to go to liquor, all right?
And
Check this out, check this out, check this out, all right? First day we got together, you know what we drank?
What?
Lemon drops.
Ah!
All right? Hey,
I didn't want you to say
you know what
that.
I got? You know what I got that night after I drank lemon drops with her?
I don't want to know.
All right? So what do you think Eric got when they drank lemon drops first time?
This guy is weird.
So wait a minute, Mr. Buchanan, so you're basically saying that these lemon drops are an aphrodisiac for your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't need her to be drinking lemon drops with anybody but you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, okay, but check this out, all right? Okay, so I get back. I get out of jail, all right? And I get back. Who calls me? I get a phone call from my ex, all right? My ex is who I was dating before her. All right, I get a phone call. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Okay. Oh, I need to check my girl. Why I need to check my girl? Nah, you need to check your girl. She was laid up in your best friend's bed while you were locked up, laid up there sideways in some booty shorts and a spaghetti strap.
What?
Your Honor, no.
Wait, wait a minute, and you have witness to that?
They're not that short, Your Honor. They're not that short.
Hey, when
I'll
you
put
can
them
see,
on right now, Your Honor.
when you can see the McDonald arches of the booty line,
You can't
that's
see
booty
that.
shorts.
I want to
Yeah.
deal with the issue at hand.
All right, 2 weeks after all this went down, all right, we take a pregnancy test because just talking about she late. Late or what? I ain't bleed, I'm late. All right, so we took a pregnancy test. Boom, pregnant, positive, all right? Not like positive as in like good job. Positive as in like there's something growing in there, all right? 2 weeks later, all right? That's why I'm denying that little girl, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what, 2 weeks later and she's pregnant, we took 3 of them. They all came back saying there's something growing in there, all right? Look at that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, I love that little girl all my heart, all right? I love that girl. I don't care if Eric is the dad. I'm the father. Financially, physically, mentally, I take care of that child. And I've been taking care of Jessica for the past 24 months, make sure we have a place to lay our head with that baby.
All right. So you've been stepping up to the plate and doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
But you have doubts.
Oh, yes.
So it could be your baby or it could be your best friend.
It could be Eric's. It could be probably some other people's that I don't know about.
Mr. Buchanan, what are your hopes? Do you have any feeling that this could be your child?
I hope that little girl's mine.
Hopes are granted. She's yours.
She loves me to death, man.
He's a great father.
That baby has to have
Your
me
Honor.
every night to go to sleep. That baby will not go to sleep unless she has me laying in that bed with her.
He is a great father,
You have
Your
tears
Honor.
in your eyes as you speak about her.
Yeah. That's my life.
If she's not your biological daughter, what will you do?
If it ain't mine, she gonna have to get a good lawyer is all I got to say. Because I'm gonna fight to take that child.
In the case of Buchanan versus Stembridge, when it comes to 6-month-old Sophia, Mr. Buchanan, you are her father.
Thank you.
That's a blessing.
Not enough lemon,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Not enough lemon.
Thank you.
They ran out of lemon.
must have did something. He must have did something when I already got it knocked off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They ran out of lemon, or you already.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
obvious that you're happy and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
pleased.
Yeah, I love that baby to death. I'm glad she's mine.
That's right.
Good.
She got a good father.
Yep.
Mr. Pierce,
Yes, Your
you are
Honor.
summoning your ex-fiancee, Ms. Cavell, for a paternity test to prove that her 1-year-old son, Julian, is not your son.
That is correct, Your Honor.
You claim Ms. Cavell deceived you into believing you were the father, and it wasn't until Julian was 6 months old when she finally confessed she had cheated and you may not be the father.
Correct, Your Honor.
Now, you're suing for fraudulent misrepresentation, am I correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Cavell, you admit that you cheated around the window of conception, but you still say you have no doubt Mr. Pierce is your child's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Cavell, how do you feel about being dragged into court today?
I'm a little upset. I want to prove that he's the father. I want to show him that I have been telling the truth. I know I made a mistake, but I've been paying for it every single day since I've told him.
You've called off your engagement.
Correct. When I found out, I just had to call it off. I mean, there's no sense in really trying to go for a marriage because it's not true.
How do you feel when you hear Mr. Pierce say these things, Ms. Cavell?
It really hurts me. I know I made a mistake at one time. We were both going through an emotional roller coaster at that time period. I made a mistake one time. I understand that my son looks nothing like him, but he looks identical to me when I was a baby.
You don't see no color in that baby.
Take me back. I want to understand how you uncovered and discovered that Ms. Cavell was cheating.
Well, around Valentine's Day, around her birthday, we got engaged. I proposed to her. She was pregnant with Julian at the time. And it was after he was born. You know, we were going really good. And I don't know what came over me, but I was just like, you know, we're doing really good right now. Whatever. If there's anything you got to tell me, you know, let's get it out the air right now. I'm not going to get mad because we're so in a good place right now. It was like, you know, here's your free pass. She told me, you know, that she had cheated on me back, you know, I can't remember the exact month that she cheated on me, and I lost it. I mean, I started crying. I was very upset, and I asked her, I was like, so was it around the same time? You know, is it possibly his?
And so, Ms. Cavell, why did you finally come clean in that moment? Why not say something before?
From day number one, I had been wanting to tell him. My conscience was eating at me. It was killing me, but because we were in such a good place, I didn't want to ruin everything that we had. So that was my perfect opportunity. I didn't want to continue lying. He asked me directly, so I wanted to make sure that I told him the truth. I tried to tell him the whole story in one night. He wasn't having it, so it took about 3 days for everything to finally unfold and for me to finally tell him, yes, it was about the same time period as when I got pregnant with my son.
How did you end up in the arms of another man?
After I lost that baby, he was very supportive on and off while I was in the hospital. I didn't feel like he was
there.
I didn't feel like he was there for me. You say you were there. You might have been there physically, but not emotionally.
You know,
you were not there. And the other guy was asking me, you know, are you okay? Have you, you know, we miss you at work. You know, I felt emotionally like he was more there for me. And when we hung out the one time, just one thing led to another. And I got to be.
How do we know that's the only time, though? Can anybody just say any couple words and make you feel good?
Go ahead and take the lie detector test. It was only one-time thing.
And I want a lie detector test. I mean, even after the baby, if he does prove to be mine, how do I know that it's not happened any other time? I mean, you're the queen of being late. You always...
Okay.
You work 5 minutes away from home, and every day there's something. Oh, I had to take this person home. Oh, well, I had to stay and finish this. Oh, we got busy, I had to do this.
I do my job.
Okay,
I make sure that my work is done.
How am I supposed to
I
think when
stay
you're
there.
5 minutes away and every day you come home at a different time and you cheated with one of your ex-coworkers? How am I not to think that time that you're coming or working?
Do I not ever bring time punch slips home? If you
Not
ever
all
have
the
a
time.
question,
I mean, I don't
since
want
this,
the time
because I
slips.
understand.
That's not. I shouldn't have to feel that way. I shouldn't have to feel like I have to.
You're
see
right.
A time slip.
You're right. You shouldn't.
Every time I look at him, it's a reminder. You know, I want to be able to look at him and see me, not see a question mark.
It's a beautiful thing to know that this matters so much to you as a man, as a father.
I don't want to be a bad dad. It's just, You know, I realize I'm affecting him by not developing that more personal bond, but sometimes you gotta be greedy and think about how can I be happy knowing that and feeling that way to be happy for my daughter. You gotta be happy with yourself to be happy for your kids.
And so in those moments where maybe you're pulling away, my concern is maybe he feels that pull.
And I don't want him to feel that. I don't want to take it out on him. He's never done nothing. It's not his fault. I mean, that's
Your
the
Honor.
worst thing that can happen.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Pierce, you are Julian's father.
Yes!
Great news, right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're so welcome.
I'm sorry. I really
Sorry,
am
too.
sorry for putting you through all that.
I'm sorry too, and hopefully we can just move on from here and build back to what we had and what we can have.
I also have the lie detector results. Because your concern was that this was not just a one-time thing, that potentially there were more lies, or instances of cheating, and at this point, this has warped your sense of security in the relationship.
Correct, Your Honor.
Are you sure you'd like to hear the results?
Might as well not go back with no regret.
All right.
Yep.
Ms. Cavell met with a licensed polygraph expert, and she was asked, Ms. Cavell, have you had sexual relationships more than once with the man you cheated with? You said no. The lie detector determined that was the truth. Ms. Cavell, you were asked if during your relationship with Mr. Pierce, had you had sexual relations with any other man besides the one you admitted to? You said no. The lie detector determined that was the truth.
You too.
Mr. Thomas, you claim you've been petitioning the court system for a DNA test for 15-month-old Hannah Thomas for more than a year now.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you've been notified that you will be paying support because you signed the birth certificate, but claim it was under false pretenses. Now, the court will decide whether there's reasonable cause to grant you a DNA test today. Ms. Zachary, you claim Mr. Thomas is the father of your daughter, and it's time he step up to the plate and bring your family back together.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Thomas, when did you learn you were going to be put on child support?
2 weeks ago, Your Honor, I went to the mailbox thinking I'm getting a check, and unluckily, I end up getting a paper from child support saying that half my wages is gonna be taken.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I don't mean to cut him off, but that is a lie, what he's saying. He knew that he was going to pay child support because I receive a medical card. I also receive cash assistance, and I have to cooperate with child support in order to receive those
Your
assistance.
Honor, me and Rakaya were separated towards July, maybe for a couple weeks. August, we got back together, you know, towards the end of August, beginning of September, she told me I feel pregnant. And we went to buy like maybe 4 or 5 pregnancy tests that
Your
day.
Honor, I found out that I was pregnant September 18th, to be exact with you. And I went to that doctor's appointment, and I came home. I handed him the papers. This is my results at the doctor. This is my proof of pregnancy.
And
here.
what did he say when you handed him that?
He didn't have much to say. He just said, oh.
No, Your Honor,
pregnant?
I never received any paperwork, Your Honor. I never received any paperwork at all. She said she was between 3 to 5 weeks. I believed her with 3 to 5 weeks. We got back together in August. We were having a lot of makeup sex, you could say. So I'm like, okay, Yeah, it's probably my baby. If it's 3 to 4 weeks, 3, 4, 5 weeks, it all adds up. It's possible, you know?
So you're doing the calculation in your mind, and you say, if this baby was conceived in August,
Yeah.
then I am more than likely the
I
father.
was more than likely, I didn't have any doubts that it was my baby. After a couple months, you know, I'm looking like, wow, you know, she's getting kind of big, kind of fast, you know? She doesn't look like she's, 5, 6 weeks.
During the whole pregnancy, I was with him. I was honest about everything with him.
She was correct about that. She was honest with me.
What did she say?
At the beginning of August, she told me when we got back together, she told me, oh yeah, I've been having unprotected.
I told you before August.
I've been having, she basically told me that she's been having unprotected sex with the guy.
That was July, beginning of July. That was the beginning of July.
With a guy that she was
with a
that's
kid
with a guy that
in
she has
July.
previously been with before.
So that right there is your doubt, because as you were in that doctor's office and saw the calculation, and it
I didn't just
led
check,
you
I
back to the
triple-checked.
time when you were on a break.
I triple checked,
Can I
Your Honor.
please
I did it in my
speak, Your
head.
Honor?
I got the calendar in my phone. I looked at the doctor
Your Honor,
reads.
we was on
I'm
a
like,
break.
hold on, wait a minute. Let me
We were on a
triple check.
break. We were on a break.
And it led you back to the time when you were on the break.
And it led me back to exact. I'm like, no, Lord, you can't be telling me this is the exact
We were
time.
on a break. We had been on a break for over a month and a half when I was with the other guy in July.
Your Honor.
We got back together the end of July, beginning of August.
Kylie's a dirty
And
fighter,
that's
Your Honor.
when
We've been
I
together almost
conceived
6
my
years.
child.
We've been together almost 6 years.
Right.
A break for us is, oh, well, I'm leaving out the house. I'm going to go to my parents' house for a while, or you leave and you go with your mom or something like that.
No, that's not a break.
That was a break between us, and we were always back together within a month's time. So it was still, it's no excuse. A break is not an excuse to go sleep with someone and have a child by someone else at all.
And so after this, you still stuck by her.
Exactly.
And then you signed the birth certificate when you were at the hospital, am I correct?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that day.
She had her sister come get the children. I came up to the hospital. I was with her the whole night, all until she had the baby. I was there. It was no problem. The agreement this was the agreement from the beginning. If the guy that I believe is Hannah's dad, if he didn't have any part of anything, I would sign a birth certificate and Hannah would never know a thing. Nobody would never know a thing. This would be the biggest family secret that we ever had. And I had no problem with that. And I had no problem with that because I'm not gonna let just someone come in and destroy my family like that. You know, it just don't.
You destroyed your family.
It just don't
Your
leave
Honor,
that
he
easy.
destroyed his family. He destroyed his family from the beginning.
After she was honest with me, I respected that. You were honest with me. Let's get this right. She was still sleeping with this man after Hannah was born. Your Honor, matter
Is
of
that
fact,
true,
matter of
Ms.
fact,
Zachary?
Yes, I was.
Matter of
yes,
fact,
I
Your Honor,
was. Because we decided that we wasn't going to be together.
We've been
on and off for 5 years.
Been on a break for about
We've
a month.
been on and off for 5 years.
And the guy that's Hannah's dad, he just slept with her 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. We're on a break.
Really,
We were on
King?
a break for a month. She just slept with him 2 weeks ago in my bed. She didn't go to his house. She didn't go to a hotel. It was the bed that we
Really?
share. It was the bed
Wait,
that we share.
how do you have this information? You told him this too, Ms. Zachary?
Yes, I did.
She told me the information, but you want to know
Yes,
how
I
I
did.
really know the information?
And it's not your bed,
When
it's
I
my
came-
home.
When I came in,
That's my house.
When I came in, my daughter, which is her daughter, not my biological daughter, but my 3-year-old daughter was like, man, it was somebody over here that wasn't right.
Mr. Hill, you are Mr. Thomas's uncle.
Yes.
What do you know about this situation?
You know what, Your Honor, this whole situation is just crazy, like from the fighting to the arguing and stuff like that. I don't think that he is the father of Hannah.
You don't?
And the reason why
Why?
is because she just don't look like him. And another reason, one time me and, Rakaya was hanging out in the house, they had got into it. He had left to get some air. And she had actually showed me pictures. I don't know if she was mad or I don't know if she was in her feelings or something. I had never told him this ever because I just didn't want no parts of it. I didn't want to get into it. But she had shown me pictures of who she really thought was the baby's dad.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, when I seen these pictures, I didn't really know how to take it. I didn't know what to do.
Did you show Mr. Hill a picture of someone you
Yes,
said?
I did show him a picture, but that was after the fact that he already let me know that Mr. Thomas had already been talking to him about Hannah.
Right, I mean,
Okay.
but the way she told me though, it was as if like she was sure though.
You're
the
right.
way she told me it was as if she was sure. That's the way I took it at least. I could be wrong.
So what happens if Hannah is not your biological daughter today? What happens?
I'm really not sure. Like, the way I'm feeling right now, Your Honor, today is like really the last couple hours that I'm able to think in my head like, okay, well, the maybe, you know what? I've been okay with that maybe, you know? I've been okay with saying maybe she's mine, maybe she's not, but maybe she's mine, you know? I've been okay with that, you know? When I find out these results, it's gonna be like 99.999. Like, it's no maybes anymore, you know? It's nothing, and I don't know what that'll do to me, because I love this girl just like she's mine. I love her like, I've been there from everything from birth and everything I always been there for. And it's just like, you know, this like, it's just been tearing, like I always wanted a family since I was younger. It's like just tearing away my family, my children, like everything. It's not just a relationship that I'm leaving. Like, you know, they my life, everything to me. Waking up to my son in the morning, you know, going to sleep with my son, seeing Hannah laugh and play, you know, even with Rakaya. I'm sorry, like.
You don't have to apologize.
That's my life, you know, they my life. All I do is work and have them. I have my job and I have them, you know? And if they're gone, like, it's just gonna be my job, like, and I mean, that's not enough.
In the case of Thomas versus Zachary, when it comes to 15-month-old Hannah Thomas, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Thomas, you are her father.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Great news, right? I'm so happy for the both of you. Your daughter is the most important thing. You have other children that rely on you both. Do what it takes to create a strong family bond.